Right now, the ego is running you. Ego is making you to go here to there. You are not in one place. That's the problem. You are not supposed to live through the ego. The ego is limited thing. The mind is limited. Everything that you hold as you, as me, is limited. It's always going to suffer. It is bound to suffer. It is supposed to suffer. That's a society work, that we are supposed to run and run and run and suffer and die then. So question suffering, question everything you go through each and every day. Why do you make sense of all this nonsense? You see that? You see, you are beyond all meanings, you are beyond all thinking, you are beyond everything you ever think about. Your real version has to come to the point. There's a real version inside you who you really know that is you actually. There's a real person who actually knows that that is what I am, that has to come. That is not ego itself. That is the death of ego. That will let you to live your life in a more better, in a more peaceful way than the one that is ego. What is the purpose of your life? See, if you don't want any purpose, there is no problem. Literally, you can live purposelessly. No problem. Live in the meaninglessness of this universe, of this society, of this life or world. Does not matter if you have purpose or not. But the problem begins is where you wake up every day and then you still do a lot of things. You see that? It's not that you wake up and you do nothing. Is there anyone in this world, if you show me, who wakes up and do nothing? No. Everybody does something all the time. And that's the problem, because if there is life energy in you, then there is supposed to be something that the person should be doing. Even animals are just walking randomly here and there, you see, finding food and just doing something. If you go, I'm in the park and there is a river there, I'm in a pool, whatever you call that, and when I go, I see ducks, you see, randomly just swimming here and there and all the time, like, you see, and I see like, what are they doing? So it is just that if you don't bother about the purpose of life, no problem. But then if you don't find any type of happiness in whatever you do, then you are supposed to have your own purpose. That's the reason actually life is purposeless. You can literally do anything. You are completely free to do anything. See, you can do anything. You can go and just walk and do nothing. If you are rich, you see, no problem. You don't even have to earn money. You're completely free. But whatever that you are doing is completely meaningless to the universe. Universe does not care what you do. That's the thing actually. This life does not care what you do. You see? But then it does not mean that you do harm to this life. I don't mean that cut trees, kill animals. I don't mean that. But I mean to say that what is the purpose of your life? There is no purpose to life, but you create the purpose. First of all, do you want to create? Ask yourself if you're interested, you see, in doing something meaningful. I don't know what you want to do, but if you have not found anything worthwhile, you see, then why do you wake up in the morning? For what reasons? You see that? Because that is the exact reason for depression, because people do not have something higher than what it is right now. Because if you have something higher than what it is right now, then I don't think you are going to kill this depression thing. So many people are busy, you see that, why I'm so sad. Why do you care about you to be so sad actually? Because you have energy, so that's why the mind work is to just make you busy with some concepts all the time. See, we are not free from concepts, we are not free from images, we are not free from anything at all. That's the problem. So first, when you are free from all this bullshit, then you will see like, what is my purpose? So the knowledge that you hold has to come to an end. Knowledge has to come to the end actually. So how long are you going to learn more things like reading books and all that information? How long are you going to feed information to yourself? How long? When the point will come when you say enough is enough, yes? Because we never question the knowledger, the one who is knowing everything, the one who is claiming that I am claiming the knowledge. Who is that person? Because once the knowledge comes to an end, then you will see like, what is the purpose of life? That's why people are so busy with the random things of life, you see. Wake up, go to job, have a shitty job, and then just go and do meaningless things. And they don't even find pleasures. That's the problem actually. So I say it's better to just do nothing or walk, you see. Walk. Just walk. Even children just do what they do. They don't do anything meaningful, you see. You only do meaningful in terms of the framework of society, you see that, yes. According to society, that if you want to eat, you have to work, you have to pay bills, you have to earn money. So that is the framework of society. That's why you do things, but that is not your purpose. So again, we are coming to the same question. What is the life purpose? What is your purpose of life? You see, life has no purpose, but you create the purpose. The ego, the one who is the ego actually, the mind who is claiming that I am the self, that is the problem really. You see? So once you question that person, who is that person actually? Who is the one who is trying to know the purpose? And you see that, like, I'm free. I can do anything I want to do. And then that's where you want to create a purpose for yourself. So from a very long time, I myself did not know what is the purpose of my life, you see that. But then I figured out something, you see, that I saw that there is a death of my ego and death of my mind. And I found that, wow, like I do not really exist. Like all this knowledge, you see, that I used to hold as me, now it doesn't make sense anymore to me. The ego doesn't make sense to me. Like now the ego cannot decide anything for me. There's a base of my own level of thinking where I see like the meaninglessness of everything, the purposelessness, you see, like it just make no sense to me. So that's why I call myself the destroyer, because I want to destroy all these concepts of ideas, you see, of people, you see, all the time that they are holding and lost actually. So what is your life purpose? If you go into this question, you find that every purpose that you can ever have is from society actually. So one who is wanting the purpose, can you question that? Who is that person? And when you question, it does not really exist actually. It can exist, but just an idea, you see that. But then you don't have to bother about that idea, because there is no way that you can live without any ego, without anyone in you. There should be someone to take decisions, yes? You cannot say that I am completely egoless. I don't have ego, I don't have mind. Because the moment you say this, you see, even myself, I made that video where I say absent mind is where you see, I say is where your life is better. Because I myself was lost in the concepts of the mind. And recently again I saw something very interesting, like wait, it's all ego creating all the bullshit. It's all ego. So see, if you are satisfied with the moment of now, whatever that is right now in this moment, if you are okay with it, no problem. You don't have to find the purpose of life, you see. But then if you are not satisfied, you have to ask questions, you see. Question yourself, who you are, why you think, what is the thinking going on, you see. And when you question and you go deep into yourself, you find that there is no me. The me that is giving to me is by people. I don't have my own real me. And then you will give yourself another purpose that is not going to come from the structure of society. Right now, every purpose you have of your life, you see, everyone who got the purpose, they are influenced from society, you see that. I want to be a businessman. Even in my childhood, you see that when I was a teen, when I was like 15 or 16 years old, I wanted to become a businessman or a software engineer. Even I learned, you see, languages like HTML, CSS, and all these are just markup languages. I learned how to code, how to learn to code, you see, all these languages just to become a software engineer, you see that. But then I was not finding any type of fulfillment. When I question, why do I force myself to know the purpose, you see that? Because society forces you who you want to become, what you want to become. Society will not leave you as it is. The work of society is to keep you running, you see that. So that's why you have to come to your own conclusion. When you see the illusion of this whole knowledge of society and all this world, you see, you come to your own conclusion. What do I really want? That's the question you can only answer, but no one. There's no one in this world can answer this question to you. What is meaningful to you? You see that. For me, maybe nothing is meaningful, you see, and it is nothing. Nothing is meaningful. Why should I put any meaning into things at all? Because anytime I give any meaning to anything, it destroys me back. You see that? If I think that there is such a thing as depression, I'm going to be depressed. If you don't accept anything, you see, what is left there? Nothing there is left to actually accept. See, there is no one who accepts or rejects. You are told that you are supposed to accept all these ideas and all this nonsense. Forget everything. When you come to the real you, who you are actually, then you will want to question, what is my purpose? Maybe there is no one anymore to question anything, literally. There is no one in me, what is my life purpose anymore, because it doesn't make any sense. Life is purposeless. I can do anything. I'm a free man. So purpose is important, but first of all, one has to come to an end of this knowledge, like who you are as a person. What is this going on? What is this all thinking? Why are you so scared? Why are you so anxious? You see that? Because without ego, you cannot survive. You cannot kill the ego and just live in bliss. No, that's not the point. In this society, and so you may not want to go there. Let's say that you are not interested to go from here to there, but society is interested to take you from here to there. So eventually, either you take the purposes of society, either you take the meanings of society, or you create your own something. But you cannot create anything without knowing who you are. And when you know that there is no such thing as you, it's only this moment. From this moment, I don't know what you want to create. We have to come to an end of everything, you know, actually. Everything has to come to an end. Everything. Knowledge has to come to an end. And then, after when you see this realization that there is no such thing as a me or they or division or non-duality or duality, they are all the concepts. Even my talking itself is a concept. You see, then there's a life force energy in you which will like find again something. This time you have to be careful. Do not attach yourself to useless or meaningless things actually that society values, you see. This time you have to really see what I want to do with my life. For the first time, when I realized that I do not exist actually, now I was lost. What should I do then? And then I thought, let me be open, let me just let go and just live whatever things are. Then again, my ego just came, no, that's not how you can survive. When knowledge came to an end, then you will want to see like, what is my purpose now, you see? Maybe it's writing, maybe it's reading, whatever, but it does not mean that it's a meaningful thing. Why we are putting so much meanings into everything? See, the thing is that, what is the nature of yourself? If you know the real nature of you, then you will design your life according to the real nature of yourself. Right now, the ego is running you. Ego is making you to go here to there. You are not in one place. That's the problem. You are not supposed to live through the ego. The ego is limited thing. The mind is limited. Everything that you hold as you, as me, is limited. It's always going to suffer. It is bound to suffer. It is supposed to suffer. That's a society work, that we are supposed to run and suffer and die then. So question suffering, question everything you go through each and every day. Why do you make sense of all this nonsense? You see that? Why we think like we are not supposed to question anything? We are born, you see, we are born as new, then we die as dumb. I'm sorry for this. We don't know anything at all. But we are still claiming we know every nonsense. What the fuck it is? I say the sky is blue. There is no such thing as sky. See, the meanings and all these concepts, they have destroyed you completely. You see, you are beyond all meanings, you are beyond all thinking, you are beyond everything you ever think about. Your real version has to come to the point. There's a real version inside you who you really know that is you actually. There's a real person who actually knows that that is what I am. That has to come. That is not ego itself. That is the death of ego. That will let you to live your life in a more better, in a more peaceful way than the one that is ego. The ego is just making you more and more stupid. I'm sorry. Life is suffering because of ego. The ego is what thinking as pain and pleasure, suffering, happiness and sadness. The real person who is inside you has to come right now. Who is that person? You see? Who is that person? That cannot be named, that cannot, you can name it for your remembrance. You can name it that it is me actually. But then you cannot really think about it too much, because the moment you think, it's again the mind that is going to pretend that it is what I am. No, the mind cannot pretend or claim that. That's the problem with the mind. It is always pretending to appear something all the time. You see, the mind is always bullshit. It is influenced. We have to know this mind. We have to know who we are really. That's the important thing. There's no point to living is a life. Life is not known. What life is really? Can you question it? Why are you so influenced from people, from society out there? What people are thinking about me? What society values? Why are you so attached to everything? See, there should be something that is more much valuable to you that beyond the society. Ego is not something, or mind, or all these concepts. They are so small. So there's a life force energy in you actually who can really take care of you. But the problem is you don't let it. You see, when you let go, you remain exactly what you are. The problem is when you hold that I am this person, why the fuck you have to hold that? You see that? See, for your remembrance, you can hold this is my identity, but then it is not supposed to become the part of ego. Can you see that? You see, the truth should be repeated again and again, because if we don't repeat the truth, then we are going to become the part of the illusion. The problem why all suffering is there is because of illusion. Very less people are there to question, very less people are there to repeat the truth. You see, that's why they say that every kind of prayer that you do in any religion tells you that you have to repeat it each and every day. You see, either it's Hinduism or any type of, you see, Christianity or whatever, you see, but it's not the answer actually. See, repeating the prayers, they are not answers. You see, they are not your real answers. You really have to know the one who is seeking answers. Who is the seeker actually? Who is seeking? What is he seeking actually? You see that? There is a real person who knows. The person cannot be even called person. That energy is life energy actually. So I cannot control that person inside me. I just need little remembrance of it. How I need, I don't know why, but it's just that there is the identity again of me, but that identity is not created by people or society or my ego. It is just there naturally. And if I don't see that or pay attention to that, then I'm going to be the most depressed person on this planet. So that's why it is important for me to pay attention to my real version, to my real person actually, who is actually there, you see, and I just have to pay attention to it. That person is not created by ego. It is just a life energy itself. You see that person does not care about anything. It is free actually. You are free already. That freedom is what you are. The rest is just nonsense. You are stuck in the mind. All these ideas are nonsense. Nothing but nonsense. We are supposed to wake up. It's too late already. When you are going to wake up, the reason you see that I am 22 right now, if I can call myself with the help of society knowledge, you see that with the help of knowledge of society, I say that I am 22 because the age is number, you see, and the number is created by the society and found that there is a number, you see, numeric system where you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can call it I am 22. But what is age actually? There is no such thing as age, you see. But then, how is that I came to this realization? I came to this realization because I suffered. Every moment of my life was suffering to me. Every moment was hell to me. Nothing was good to me at all. So it forces me to know who the fuck am I? Who the fuck am I actually? When I saw that there is no such thing as me, the all pain that I was having, suffering, was created by the ego. You see, I found this sense of freedom in me, like it was already here. You see, the more we reject all this nonsense, the more we come to the point of the truth actually. Always we care too much. We are always in the thinking, you see. We don't want to suffer. We suffer from the ego always. Not wanting to suffer itself is the biggest suffering actually. I don't want to suffer. What the fuck it is? If you have to eat, you are supposed to suffer, but it does not mean that you are giving more importance to the suffering. No. Even the suffering is there, but I don't know if I can make sense of it. I'm the one who is thinking I am suffering. Who are you to suffer? Can you see that? See, the way mind has sense, the way this mind that has made sense of everything is so bullshit. It's just an illusion. Come to the truth. It's too late already. Like, we have to come to the truth. Everyone deserves who they are actually, what they are actually. You see? Who you are actually. Can you see that? who you are. Every day you wake up, you think about yourself. What are you thinking? Why you have to think every day you wake up? Why you have to think who you are always? Why? That thinking is the problem. Why you have to think too much to do simple things? Why? Why the life has become so mechanical? Why we don't question anything? Why we don't have something more higher than the mind activities? That's okay, you can do, you are busy, go and do it. But if you have such realization when you wake up, you will see that wait. Everyone is trying to be busy. No one is really free actually. Why are you trying to be busy? Why are you so influenced from these people around you? From people, everything, you see? Why are you becoming like a sheep, you see, running after sheep? Why? You see? How humans can be animal? The mind is more stupid thing in the world. I'm telling, I'm sorry for this. We do not know it. We think mind is intelligence. Mind is not. You are living at the very lower level of life, lower level of the mind. We have to question this. Who is thinking always? You are free already. You are already free. Just see that. That's all.